I want to take a minute and talk about one of my favorite artists, which is Beeple.
In March, Christie's, a 225-year-old auction house that previously only sold physical art,
Previous in the collections of three kings of England at 90 million.
auctioned an entirely digital Beeple for millions of dollars.
And he's not necessarily my favorite artist for the reasons that you might think. Beeple is known for having sold a piece of art, or really a collection of the first 5,000 days of art, for $69 million. Now, don't get me wrong, this is an absolutely huge amount of money, but what I think is really interesting is this guy epitomizes being an overnight success 5,000 days in the making.
And year after year, Beeple gave them away and built an audience online.
Sharing my stuff and sort of putting it out there, I think actually makes the stuff more valuable.
Where what Beeple did was he went out and made a piece of art every day for over 5,000 days. He continues to make a piece of art every single day. And it's just the dedication to the craft and the consistency that goes with that that is so amazing and honestly really challenging. It's kind of like diet in a lot of senses. To be successful, you need to be consistent as much as you need to be really high quality in an individual basis. So when you look at things, and going back to diet, there's almost nothing you could do in one day that would make you really out of shape or really in shape for the most part. But what your physical fitness comes down to is small actions that add up over time. And everyone's like, well, I can make a piece of art. But could you make a piece of art every day for 6 months? Maybe. But when you really understand the dedication to your craft, to have the consistency to do 5,000 pieces of art without a lot of outside people showing you levels of support, without accolades, without other people totally understanding. I mean, I got to think for the first year, it had to be really hard for people to wrap their head around, why is this guy doing a piece of art every day? Maybe after the second year, people were starting to say, okay, he's got a little bit of a following. That's cool. It's a hobby. And I'm not speaking on behalf of Beeple or what people said about him, but I'm just saying it is so incredibly impressive to have that level of dedication to your craft and consistency that of anybody that, in my opinion, is deserving of a massive payout, it's him.
Beeple.
What's up, buddy? What's up, buddy? How are we doing? We got your good news and you got your bad news. Good news is I smashed it yesterday. We made $70 million. The bad
And do I like his art? Yeah. Like, I absolutely like his art. Like, I certainly hope that one day I'm able to acquire a Beeple NFT. Like, I think that would be a great thing to have on display for me. I would love to have that. I think he's so talented. I think the way he looks at things is so interesting. But at the end of the day, he really epitomizes the recipe for success, which in my opinion is just consistently showing up, doing your best day in, day out, whether you feel up to it, whether you don't, and you're just hitting that same note on the appropriate basis. And it's like, all right, maybe there's that quintessential thing. If you get 1% better every day, after a year, you're exponentially better than you were a year ago. So to Beeple, to all the money that he's made, but to all the success that he's worked for to have, congrats. I love it. And I also love the art.